It's been a while. It's definitely been a while. But the last time I talked to you guys, I said I was going to be doing a lot of big things. Well, it's now 2026, and here it is. There's a lot of things I've still got to do, but it all starts about 4 years ago. I bought a 2013 Scion FRS on December 31st, 2021. I got a new job later on in 2022 and had no choice but to get rid of it for something four-wheel drive, and the winter wasn't even that bad. Lo and behold, to this day, it's the car I still regret getting rid of. However, I had made a lot of money compared to what I was making, so I had enough to pay it in cash. Then I was 2 weeks too late. And then I tried finding the exact same car, well, for I would say probably about a year. And then I lost track of it. And basically, I've regretted it since, and I've made a lot of decisions. I made a ton of poor decisions. I've moved out of state. And a lot of life has been learned since then, but the car I still went back to was an FRS. I wanted one again, so, well, I started searching for them again, but I didn't want to spend too much money on a car that, well, I wanted to change. I wanted to modify. I wanted to make better. A lot of things I didn't like about it: the lack of power, the lack of, well, body lines that were good looking, and a lot of just minor stuff was something in that list. Ultimately, I've owned a Charger, a BMW, a 335xi, obviously a Jeep Wrangler, and a 2006 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. But as of yesterday, I made a purchase that I think has been long needed and long overdue. I think this is the car that is the most perfect car ever built by any manufacturer ever in existence, and, well, it's a car that I find myself coming home to. It's a car that I'm excited to own. It's a car I'm never getting rid of, because the last time I did, I made the worst decision of my life and regretted it for 4 years. So I guess you could say this is a homecoming. This is a welcome back. 4 years later, and I own the car, the most perfect car ever. And here it is, my 2024 Toyota GR86.
Let's go ahead and get the car flipped this way. Okay. And 3, 2, action.
I wanted the premium specifically for these wheels. I wanted a car that I was not going to have to modify, so this gives me a reason not to modify it. Suede on the doors, suede on the inside of the seats, and then of course the bonus is they're heated. And I'm not sure if you know this, but heated seats are always nice. Taking off is really, really easy in this car, but what's also something I wanted to fix was the power, and, well, problem solved. Oh man, is this thing awake and alive. This thing is incredible. I absolutely love the power.
My seatbelt tightened up. Oh my god.
The other thing I wanted to fix was the fact that the steering. Yes, the steering was good, but maybe there could have been improvement, and, well, problem solved. Another thing too, on my particular one, I had the old version of it, and the old version did not have digital temperature gauges, and, well, problem solved. They come as standard on the GR86 and BRZ, no matter what trim you get. Another issue that I had on my other one was I wanted a manual transmission, and well, problem solved. Oh. This car handles amazingly. I would even say just like a Porsche. And I know that's a wild thing to say, but we're talking about a 2.4 liter boxer engine. A Porsche has that. It's rear wheel drive, a manual transmission, and a steering wheel that's just astronomically so well. I've heard a lot of different things about the 86. I did hours upon hours, weeks upon weeks of research on these things, and well, it's something that's way, 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 way different. Another thing too that I didn't like about the old car was the body line. It had a weird, awkward like body line, and the way that I can best describe it is a teenager going through puberty. And I know that's a little weird to say, but it looked wonky. Not as lighthearted as getting out as it is driving it, but that's all right. The biggest thing is, like I said, the body lines. First off, the headlights I was not a fan of. Fixed. The front bumper, the whole look of the front bumper. Now this one is a little bit, it's a little bit hurt, but that's something we can always fix later on. It's a really easy fix, but again, fixed. These right here are actual functional vents, and of course this one as well. It's just there for looks. But even the body line, the roof, like even the side profile, the all the way it flows into the back end. I mean, the previous generation, the one thing I hated was this section right here. I mean, it looked like a shelf. It looked like a box. It looked like a pickup truck, if I had to say so myself. And even with the premium, I needed this. Not just for the aerodynamics, but for the way that the body lines flow. It just flows so well together that it's incredible. Even the taillights. I've heard a lot of things about these taillights, but I personally am a huge, huge fan of them. Even the back bumper. I mean, look at it. It is an absolutely gorgeous back bumper, and even these exhaust pipes there. I mean, they're something, but they look good. And realistically, when you put an aftermarket exhaust on it, it looks even better. Which, like I said, will be doing that myself. But I mean, this car has so much to offer. It's so good. What can I say? It's perfect. So one of the things that I didn't like about the previous generation was its screen. And this is actually a very, very nice screen. I've heard a lot of people say they don't like it. I personally love it. A lot of people say it's outdated, and for good reason. It is pretty outdated. But it's not too far outdated. I mean, it does only have wired CarPlay and Android Auto, but me personally, I mean, as long as it has it, I'm okay, because once you use Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, it is going to change your life. It's a life changer. But another thing too, the 86 FRS BRZ, they all do all the same stuff. They keep the interiors simplistic. It's very Porsche 911-y. As you know, and I keep comparing it to a Porsche 911. There's a lot of things to compare it, such as the car feels itself and the simplicity of the dash. The Camaro S vents here are not too bad, but even like the shelving that's on the dashboard, it's weird, but it's not bad. The FRS that I had didn't even have cup holders, and I have 4. Well, it had the door cup holders, but this has 4. 2 in the door, or I guess 2 for the doors and 2 for right here, which I guess the 2 that are in the middle are more for the back seat. Well, the back seat, it's, insurance. But another thing too is this car just driving around in public, when you're not driving it like a moron, when you're not driving it like a race car, doesn't do bad. Yes, it's not soft, but you're buying a GR product. The GR team is a racing team. Just like if you buy a GR Corolla, it's not going to be the most comfortable thing in the world. And even the Supra, it's, lackluster. But even then, this car feels really, really good. And I've driven a lot of things, from C8 Corvettes to even as something as wild as a Porsche 911. Now, mind you, it is an older Porsche 911. That was the last one I drove, but it still compares to this very much so. But I think I choose this over any day of the week. And I'm a Porsche guy. I love Porsche 911s. I love the way they look. But this one, I think, just the driving experience alone, the daily ability, and just how easy it is to maintain them, it's a win for me. It's this car for me every day, all day. The biggest thing about a GR86 is, well, even when you're driving it normally and you're trying to just daily drive it, it has power everywhere, and literally everywhere. I can put myself in second gear and even first gear, and coming up to the stop like we are right now, taking off is as easy as 1, 2, and 3. And it didn't even go full throttle there. That's how quick this car is. I hear a lot of people say these cars are so slow, but they're far from it. This car is so incredibly quick that I find it scary. That's not normal. I don't find cars scary. Even a Charger that I had, I drove it like a moron, and that was
the
scary.
BMW M8 was scary.
The BMW M8 I drove was scary. This, I feel like, is even scarier than a BMW M8, and the one I drove was a comp.
Yeah.
They're even lighter than the normal ones. But even then, this car is really good. It's really, really good. Like, just going around traffic like that, it's so fun. It's so engaging. It's so fair. It's not compromising anything. Well, it is compromising. We have Subaru parts in here that if I'm hitting the throttle, it's gonna let me know that there's a car in front of me, which the fact that it hasn't is actually surprising. It usually lets me know that there's a vehicle in front of me that I need to hit my brakes and slow down, but that's normal. Even in like a normal Toyota, it'll still do that, just not as aggressive. The other thing too, this thing does, if you don't have your seatbelt on, it'll let you know. And it will let you know. It has a ding, but then it will get louder and not stop. It'll turn your radio off, and we'll actually give you an example right now. Starts out quiet, and then it just gets loud and just doesn't turn off. Even if you come to a stop, it won't stop until you buckle your seatbelt. It's far from compromising. And if you really want even better throttle response, just come on down here to the track button and hold it, and you'll actually see the gauge change this little bar thing. I'm not a fan of that. I typically don't like driving the car in track mode, but it turns your traction control off. It doesn't actually do that. It pretends to, but it will still grip. Especially with this car gripping with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. Not typical tires, they will grip. These cars are known for gripping specifically with these tires. The brakes, they feel amazing in this car, by the way. And if these brakes aren't good enough, Toyota has an option that you can add a Brembo brake kit. And even then, if you wanted to add a Brembo brake kit, you could add a Brembo brake kit. It's so good. It is so good that there's no reason why you should ever want another car. If this isn't telling you enough, then I don't know what is. There's the beeping I was talking about. But like, it's so good. And though it has its little minor flaws, and even a vacuum cleaner for an exhaust, it's still good. It is probably the most perfect car I've driven, and that's saying something. All right, that's the 86. Wow, it's quite incredible, and I would say that this is probably my most favorite car I've ever owned, and I would never get rid of this car because it's so good. It all the way around, it's such a great car. What's even cooler than that is we were washing it, as you're gonna see it in montage. But while we were there, we ran into two guys who had a BRZ and an FRS. They were both there. One of them was actually the same color, same year, even had the same taillights as the FRS I owned 4 years ago. What a cool way to bring all of this together. I think it was only fate that we ran into each other at the car wash, washing my 86. They were asking me questions about my car. I was asking them questions about their car. It was a great time. And we might even see them again in a future video. I plan on doing a bunch of cruises and whatnot. But as far as that goes, I mean, this is an incredible car. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it is.
All right, watch.
It is so good of a car. I mean, look at it. I mean, there's not an angle not to love about this. There's not an angle not to love about it. And I've been driving it hard. I've been driving it hard. Pulling up here, I actually started feeling the burning brakes, but you know, it's alright. But what also didn't help is, you know, it just got done getting a car wash, so you know, the brakes are a little, you know, freshly wet, freshly burned.
You know, you gotta freshly burn them in.
Yeah,
you gotta break them in.
The tires, great. Even with them being wet, they just hooked on. And I mean, look at this car. I mean, like, I don't have any words. I don't have words to say. It looks so good. I like the silver, but at the same time, I want to wrap it purple. I want to wrap it blue. I don't know what I want to do. And that's something I will find out, you know, eventually down the road. When I finally get to that point, when I finally make that decision. Maybe I don't hate it. Maybe I do hate it. We won't know until later on. But I do have a lot of content to do. I have a real world test I want to do with this car as far as MPGs to go, just to show off just how much fuel economy you can get out of this car.
A day in the life with the 86.
The day in the life of the 86. That's another one. Night drives.
So you're gonna have to get me. We're gonna have to get up at like 6 in the morning and like wake up, get up like when it's dark outside, so we can do a whole day with the 86.
What do you mean wake up? I'm awake at 6 o'clock.
You're gonna have to go grocery shopping with it.
Grocery shopping, yes.
You're gonna have to go to Lowe's with it, like just do some really
all sorts
some
of
cool stuff,
I
to
mean,
see what all it can do.
This car, I think, is gonna be a great daily. I already love them. I already like this car. I already love it. I want more of it. I honestly want more of them. I just want to collect them. They're such a good car. If I had a recommendation for any car, beginner car, actually no, I take that back. This car is not a beginner car. This car, you will kill yourself if you don't know how to drive it. Get an old 86. Get an FRS.
Oh yeah, and you didn't even show them the best. Well, actually, they probably seen it multiple times, but you didn't even show them the best part about the car.
Oh yeah, it is a manual.
They knew that already, but
well, it's you know.
At this point, they should. If they watch the whole video, they know that already.
Yeah, I mean, this car is just so good. It is just so good, and I will say it one more time because it's just so good. I look at this car and it symbolizes all the accomplishments I've done in my past. It symbolizes the bright future of what I'm gonna have, and when Thunder Fuel fully takes over the full sponsorship of the channel, you guys will see it blasted on this car. I plan on getting a custom plate for it. It'll say Thunder to let everybody know it's me. But road trips are coming. Big things are coming. So stay tuned. And I'll catch you guys later.